Hey guys, Rondacks here. This is my first tutorial video. I'll be showing you how to fit 8.8 boxes into a 1x1 loot room. So let's get into it. Before we start, I gotta do a shout out to Evil Worse video, which showed me a trick to use grills. This is the 7.6 loot room he designed, and he does a 5.6 TC room right here to the right. TC's not in there. I've got it ordered in my design, but video will be in the description. Check it out. Recommend. So here's my 6.8 box efficient TC room. This has 4 large boxes, 4 small, 3 grills, and a TC. Each small box and grill equals 0.4 of a large box. Here's the 6.4 efficient workbench level 3 loot room. This has got 8 small boxes, 2 large, 3 grills, and a level 3 workbench. And you got room for people to craft at the same time, right here. And back hidden box there, pretty well designed. Definitely took a little time to figure this out. This is the 8.8 box efficient loot room. We've got 6 small boxes, 6 barbecues, 4 large boxes, all equaling up to 8.8 large boxes. This can be done with almost no air at all into any structure, stone, metal, or high qual. So let's get into the build. Start by getting yourself a twig floor and then make it stone. I'm in a build server, so that's why it's automatically stone. Place your TC in the back left corner, as I'm doing here. Once you have that there and as snug in the back corner as possible, you're going to want to place a large box next to it, just like in the build over there, far in the back right corner as possible. And then you're going to want to place another box here next to it. It should be lined up with the lines, but my first placement was lazy. We need to redo that. So hug the right wall and get as far to the right as possible, just like this. And then should be good. Then place the other box, line it up with the lines on the ground if you're on the stone. Should be perfectly lined up with that line. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your small box, place it to the far right, and you can either do it this way, but I think it's easier to do it along the side, just like this. And you want it as snug in the corner as possible. Then you're going to place a grill to the left side, and you have it open away from you. It allows you to place it as close as possible to the box, still allowing you to place the garage door on the outside of it. And that's, you don't put the box in the middle because you're going to want to reach that PC. So then you come up here up top, and you place a large box in the same positions you did before. You do the wide one like that, the long one going back in the back right corner from the TC, and it can be flopped. You can do the TC on the right. Then it'll be easier if you actually use like a twig piece here to place this box. And you do the same thing just about by placing it here, and as below. I think I didn't put it close enough to the wall. And this should be good right about here. And now you want to place this box, and it should be with the line a little bit farther out than the box to the right, as you can see. And that'll be perfect. So now that you have this like this, you can break this twig. Get rid of this. Place stairs. Stairs go through anything in game right now, which is kind of OP. Hopefully they don't patch it too soon. But while they don't, we'll use this to our advantage. So you're going to hop back up here, and now you place grill facing the box so you can get as snug to the box as possible. Sideways box gives you plenty of room for your garage door to work. Place yourself something to stand on. And then you're going to want to place another grill right here. And actually, as you see here in a second, I end up moving this grill because you can't loot the box to the right. If that's like that, So I have to replace my stairs and put it in the middle. Right here. Just like this. That should be good. And then place your other box sideways so the garage door can go on. And now you can move all these boxes from down below. You don't need to jump and crouch up in there. So, you know, if you're playing with more players, it's a little bit easier than having to crouch up in places. And to show you that the garage door works just fine, we'll place it. There you go. So onto the 6.4 box efficient level 3 workbench room. So here you're going to start off by not placing your workbench here, because that thing will stick out. I'm using this as an example. I'm going to build so I can remove it. You can't do that in game. So this is actually supposed to be lined up with the lines, and I messed this up right here, as you can see. Ready? That left side's in front of the line. I knew immediately that it was too far forward. So if you don't know how to do this well, make sure you get yourself into a build server to test. And just if you got the stone floors, it really gives you easy like guidelines. It's almost like a grid. See, now I'm behind that line. Perfect. And that top piece is by the wall out of the way. So now you're going to want to place 2 small boxes under this workbench, as I'm doing here. If you don't know this trick, easy. Just rotate the workbench and then place your other box to the left of that box, and you can rotate it back and it looks good. Now you're going to place a large box as far back to the wall as possible. It fits snugly in there like it was meant to be. So now you're going to want to take a grill and you're going to place it as close, opening up towards the box. Facing the grill's this direction allows you to place it as close to the object as possible. And then you're going to place a small box underneath, if I can get it. Hold on. Here we go. Let's go. Got it. And then you want to place another sideways box just like this. Make sure you're doing everything good. And I forgot a small box to the right side right here. Perfect. So you're going to want to place a triangle off of a twig, you know, building the room next to you or outside the base, however you have this set up. Just like this. You've got the point has got to be towards the workbench. As you can see here, it doesn't work the other way because of the workbench. And the game must just actually recognize the little gap at the edge there for the workbench to fit in. So let's take a look at where we're at. Now we need a large box in the back, just like below. Almost lined up with that line, but it sticks forward a little bit. Perfect. And you have to place like a twig triangle piece coming off this for this to work perfectly. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So you're going to place a grill facing the box as close to the box and workbench as possible. Place a small box underneath that barbecue. And now you're going to want to go to the right wall. Go as far to the right as possible. And then throw another small box under that. And now you can place your stairs before you break that twig. Perfect. Now get rid of the twig. If you break the twig before, that left barbecue will break. Because it's got 2 legs off. It needs 3 legs in. So now we just need to throw the last box in. And you still have plenty of room for you and your teammates to craft up your raid material. Upgrade that up. Let's throw a door on and it should work. Perfect. This is the 8.8 box efficient loot room. This is pretty easy to do, and like I said before, you can do it on stone, metal, or high qual. When you do it on the metal and high qual, you actually have to have this box here not as far to the back when you're doing it when it's already upgraded. You actually bring it forward just a hair. Actually, you can bring it up even more, just like you'll see in a minute when I do with the top section. But then you place those 2 boxes just like that, and now you place this grill, and this box actually doesn't go the normal way with the grill. You place it to fit to the right. It works out pretty well. And then you're going to place another grill facing the left wall so it gets snug to that wall. Just like that. And then you're going to throw another box under that as far to the left as possible. And then you're going to throw another grill to the right of that facing the other grill in the other box, just like this. And then you'll throw another box as far to the right as possible. And now you can loot all those boxes. That back right box being a little difficult but you're still able to maximize your boot space and still reach it. And then you place a simple floor above it. And you're actually basically going to do the same exact thing as you did below, but I recommend actually with this box, you do the center forward, just like this. You use that stone line as your guide. You put it right in the middle of the box, then you turn this one sideways, and you can fit it perfectly back, as far back as possible. Place the grill placement almost exactly the same. The only difference is, easier with this way, the only difference is that the two left grills will actually be towards the player looting more. And the reason I do this is then you don't have to hop up to loot that back box, which is, I find, very helpful to be quick at looting rather than have to do that crouch jump, because sometimes it's just not your day with those crouch jumps. But you place the boxes, the grills the same way, and it still leaves you with plenty of room. And you can do that with the bottom too if you want to do that. I just find it easier if you put a guide to be able to crouch below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys use it, feel free to leave a like. If you have any comments or any ideas to go off it, leave anything in the comment section. I stream on Twitch most days of the week. Don't have a set schedule yet. Would like to get one. Check it out. That link will be in the description as well. And have a good day. Hopefully you'll see me in the next video.